Hello, creators, and welcome back to Creator Side Income. Today, we're going to do my November earnings report, and I'm really excited about this one because if you've been doing product reviews this year and if you're part of the Amazon Influencer Program, you know that earnings have gone down, 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 and we were all waiting for Q4. And then Q4 hit, and nothing happened. However, here at the very end of November, things started to uptick the way we wanted it to early in the month. November was tracking to be my worst month ever, but the last week saved it. Let's talk about why. Let's head over to the report. All right, so first, my goals for the month. We had find a few creator connections and home runs, and I did not do that. We'll talk about that when we get to that part of the report. Improve the quality for select YouTube videos. I also didn't do that, but I worked on it, and so we'll get to that when we talk about YouTube. Stop reviewing everything. Accomplished that. I only did 46 reviews this month, which might seem like a lot, especially for someone who's already reviewed 2,200 products. But it really was a conscious decision and hard to not review everything. There were things that I purchased that I didn't review. There were things I purchased on Amazon that I didn't review. It was just crazy. And so it was really hard for me to say no, but I'm glad I did, and I'll talk about that more as we continue this report. And then continue to accept sponsored posts. I did that. And my last goal was to go back and shoot videos for all my bestsellers. I started that process. That's going to bleed into December. All right, so I'm going to pull up. I have a scorecard this time. This is kind of from my spreadsheet, but I just brought in the most relevant stuff for you so I could spend more time with the analysis so you can know what's working and what's not, what you should think about doing and what you shouldn't. So this episode, I'm really excited because I think it's jam-packed with some good stuff. Let's start with my worst earner for the year. And so these are in order from worst earners to best earners. And so you can already see my order here, but foreign storefronts on Amazon just has not done very well for me. You see that I started about a year ago putting things, and I was one of the first people to create a UK storefront, a Canadian storefront, an Australian storefront. I even did a German storefront. And what I've seen is there have been months where they made a little bit of money. There have been months where no videos were posted on any of those foreign storefronts, and I made $0. And so this just hasn't been a great opportunity for me yet. How did I do this month? About what I've been doing throughout this year. It's trending down. I'm actually making less money on foreign storefronts. And I decided to post a bunch since I was looking for bestsellers. I did post a bunch, at least on the Canadian storefront this last month, and it didn't make any difference. So if you're considering uploading all your same videos to the foreign storefront, you can. It doesn't hurt. You already have the videos, but for me, it's not worth the time. Even if it's just a few extra minutes, it's just not worth the time. Looking at offsite. So these are videos that you technically can post a link to Amazon from anywhere, but the only place I post is YouTube. And so my next two earning sources are from YouTube. About 12 months ago, I was doing really well on YouTube. I had about almost 2,000 videos, and I was making, as you can see here, $300 a month, which was really good. I'd only been monetized for a few months, and it coincided with getting monetized and then going into Q4. And so by the end of December and into January, I was up over $400 a month. And then it just went down a little each month into July. And then it started building back up going into Q4. So I've made $2,500 so far just from clicks on YouTube. And you'll see that, actually I got ahead of myself there. I'm talking about YouTube. I need to back up because the description in YouTube is where you click to the Amazon offsite. That's through the Amazon affiliate or associate program. And that one actually has declined and hasn't climbed back up. So let's look at this month. You see it's less than last month. So I apologize. YouTube is different from Amazon. Amazon has continued to decline even though my views have gone up on YouTube, which tells me Amazon has changed. So it's not just that the Amazon marketplace has more people in it. And it's not just the economy and people are shopping less and now they're shopping more because it's Q4. Amazon has changed things so that we're not making commissions on things that we used to make commissions on. I've seen a steady decline on my offsite and onsite commissions relative to clicks. And so something's happening there. I don't know what, because Amazon's not very transparent, but it's a bummer. So offsite is trending down. Here's what I was talking about before with YouTube. Now, we saw from January, it kept going up, not going down, from January to June. And then our decrease was just from June to October. And that does seem to correlate with the shopping season, right? So we shop more and more as we go into summer, and then September, October is kind of the worst time to shop. And so the views for products on YouTube went down, and now we're seeing them come back up. With YouTube, I've made over $5,000, and that is about $15 a day. And just last week for Black Friday, I had my best day ever at $42. Yesterday was like $30, and so it's looking really good, and I'm hopeful. You see that in November I made $530. That's my second best month. But I think December will be even higher. In fact, I think December will be over $600. So the cool thing about YouTube is the more videos you post, the more earnings you make once you hit that monetization threshold. And I've done other videos on this, so you can watch my YouTube videos. Just search my videos for YouTube and you'll find those. But you have to have 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. For me, it took a long time to get there, but that's because I started doing product reviews a long time ago. Once I started uploading just all my videos from Amazon Influencer, and I uploaded about 1,000, it did not take very long to get monetized. So if you have a lot of product reviews that you've already done, upload them all. If you haven't, I think you can do 100 or more a month and be monetized on YouTube within a year. But it doesn't come easy. You have to work hard to get that. And I think at this point, with the amount of time I've spent uploading videos to YouTube and how much I've earned, my hourly wage isn't great, but it gets better all the time. And that's what I love about having content that makes you money, because it's almost passive. It's semi-passive income, where if I walked away and didn't do anything, my guess is I'd still make about $5,000 next year on YouTube, which is really, really cool. All right, so that's YouTube. Now let's go to sponsored videos. This is one I need to make a dedicated video for. I get a lot of questions from you guys about this. So I'll talk a little bit about it here. Just know that one of my goals in 2024 was to do less sponsored videos and work with less sellers, but do it at a higher price point. Part of my goal this year was to work less on product reviews, but to make the same amount of money or more. I had a goal to make $65,000 this year, which was roughly what I made last year. And I've been able to do that. I have decreased the amount of time I do with product reviews. And one of the cool things here that we see as far as trends is last year in November, I made $600. Last month I made $775, so I'm making a little bit more by doing less videos, which is really great, and that has continued to increase. So far this year I've made $6,500 in earnings from sponsored videos. And then this month was a little bit better. I did just a couple more videos, so I did about 20 videos, and they earned about $38 per video. So I'm really happy. I look back to a year ago, and that's why I love doing these reports, is it forces me to go back and see where I'm coming from. I was making about $20 per video a year ago, so I've almost doubled that. I want to get to the point where I only accept $50 or more. That's usually my starting point when I make requests. But you'll see my last bullet point here is I simplified my requests. I talked to my brother, who's better at product reviews than I am. And he suggested that when sellers reach out to me, I don't almost never reach out to sellers. They reach out to me, they find me through YouTube, where I have my email listed, and they'll reach out and say, hey, can we send you this? And they almost always start by saying, we will do this in exchange for the product. Now I have a canned response that says, thanks for reaching out to me. My current rate for product reviews is, fill in the blank, and it changes depending on what the product is, how much time I think will take to do the video. But let's say for the sake of this example, $50, because that's usually what I say. So my current rate for a video is $50. If you would like to purchase the usage rights for that video, it's an additional $150, which I know is a lot lower than other people. But I'm okay with that, because if I get paid $200 for a product review and make nothing after that, that's still a good use of my time, because most of my product reviews I can do in just a few minutes. So that's where I'm at currently. I hope to raise both of those. I used to say, and if it was an installation, it'd be $150. If it was this or that, it would be this much. But I have simplified my response to simply say, it's $50 for a review, $150 for usage rights. I upload my video to my YouTube channel and my Amazon storefront within 2 weeks of receiving the product. Does that work for you? End of message. So it's really short and to the point. It eliminates, a lot of people will write back and say, we don't have a budget for that. Would you do it for free? And I'll say, no, sorry, I won't. Others will say, that's a little bit over our budget. Would you do it for $20? And then I might counter if I really want the product and say, well, I'll do it for $35 or I'll do it for $40. Other times, and this is happening more and more, people say, that sounds great. Let's do it for $50. What's your address, right? And then you work out the other details. And so I feel like I'm doing a little bit better here. What I haven't done is I don't have viral videos on my YouTube channel. I don't have a ton of subscribers. I'm at 3,000 subscribers right now. And I have high-end product reviews that show what I'm capable of doing if people want to pay me more. So what I really want is people to send me really nice musical instruments, electric bikes, other exercise equipment. I want high-end stuff, really high-end drones, things like that. And I want to get paid several $100s to do really good reviews for those. Well, I can't do that till I have a showcase. And so I have a few videos that I've done that. And if you go to my YouTube channel at Reviews of Cool Stuff, you'll see like my opening video is a drone that I worked really hard on. So I have a few good videos like that, but I need a few more. Okay, that's enough about that. Creator Connections. Now this is one that I haven't talked about much in the past because it hasn't done much for me. But you'll see here, I started actually a year ago. And I started by simply accepting campaigns, and then I forgot about it. And then I checked 6 months later, and I was like, oh, I'm making like $50 a month just because I accepted a bunch of campaigns for videos I'd already reviewed. So if you're in the Creator Connections program, which I believe you have to be invited to, then you go to the Creator Connections tab in Amazon, and you just accept campaigns for products that you want to make videos for. So initially, I only did that for videos I'd already reviewed, and then I just got a greater commission for products I would have got a commission for anyways. So I did that for 6 months, and then talking, again, my brother's really smart. He said, you should do more with Creator Connections. There's a lot of money that you're leaving on the table there. So I reached out to a bunch of companies that had products in Creator Connections and asked if they would send me things for free. And I didn't take an upfront commission on that. I didn't have them pay me to do the review. And I did about 20 of those. And of those 20, 0 of them made a lot of money. So my earnings continue to be about $50 a month, $50 a month. But I have earned about $1,000 so far this year just by saying yes to things that I already reviewed. So I'm not now requesting things from most companies. But what happened is in July, I found one product that I wanted for a Christmas present. So we did all our Christmas shopping in July so that we could do the videos in advance and be benefiting from them now, which worked. And I picked one product. It cost $300, and we didn't already own it. I went ahead and bought it. I got it at one of those like big deal days sales in July. And so I got it for a good deal. I think it was originally a $500 product. I got it for like $250, and then it went back up to $300, $350. So I got that. I made one good video, and actually my son helped me with that video. He set it up for me, and we got it all ready. And then it started making sales, and at first it was like one a week. But instead of for the actual commission from on-site commissions, I was making like $5. But because of the Creator Connections where I'd get 10%, I was making an additional $30. And so I would get like one or two a week through July and August and September, and then it started ramping up in October. And now that we're in November, like with Black Friday, in the last week I've probably sold 10 or more, and that has resulted in $3,000 from that one product. So that was a home run. And one of my goals moving forward is to find another home run. But it's hard with Creator Connections because most of the stuff isn't high end stuff. Okay. Sorry, you might hear the dryer. It's above me. And so I apologize. I don't want to pause this. I want to get this report done and out to you. So the audio might be bad for a while because I just don't want to go upstairs and change the laundry. All right, let's talk about our last one. This is what most of you care about, the on-site commissions. Last year in November, I killed it. $7,200. December was even better. And looking at this November, I didn't know what to expect because I had declining earnings in Amazon over the last 6 months. Every month was worse than the previous. And through November 15th, the same was true. The first 2 weeks of November were my worst 2 weeks ever in the Amazon Influencer Program, including when I started 2 years ago. They were worse this November. However, with Black Friday, things increased quite a bit from the new normal, I guess. And the new normal, you'll see in my notes down here, clicks per video have dropped year over year. So last year I made 36 clicks per video. This year it's 15. Last year I made $5.50 earnings per video in a month. This year I made $1.50. So what's happening is at least there's getting more views now, but the earnings is way down because the market is saturated. And you see, it's not because I'm slacking off. Last year I had 1,200 videos. Now I have 2,200 videos. So I've continued to create almost 100 videos per month, but the earnings have gone down considerably. So how do we make sense of that, or what does that mean? It means that Amazon On-Site got better in November, but it's way worse than it was a year ago. So as far as the trend line, I don't know if it's up or down. And I'll be really curious to see how things shake out in December and January. I expect it'll be similar to this month, which for me was only $3,300. I know that's great money, but compared to last year, it's only half. So that was a little bit frustrating. So we see that the market is a lot harder in the Amazon Influencer Program. Amazon has changed placements. They've opened up that top carousel, but it's harder to access the videos because you have to click show more, show more. I think with the things they've experimented on this year, maybe it's better for consumers. That's why they do it. But almost all the changes they've made have been worse for influencers. And so a lot of my best-selling products of all time have stopped earning. And that's why one of my big goals is to go back through those products and shoot new videos. What I'm finding, and I think a lot of people are finding this, is the new videos that they're posting to Amazon are prioritized over old videos. So while some old videos are still up in that #1 spot, I feel like this isn't a passive income source. If you want to make money with Amazon Influencer, you have to continue to make good videos. So for the big takeaways of everything we've seen this month, Amazon is trending down, but almost everything else in the product review world is trending up. So if I look at my totals for this month, I made almost $7,000, which of course is better than my teaching salary, at least my base salary. I work overtime, so I do okay as a teacher as well. But I'm pretty happy with $7,000 is a lot of money. That's for most people, that's a good full-time living. And for Q4, I had hoped that it would get up to that level. It's still not quite as high as I hoped it would be, but compared to where we've been the last few months, pretty good. You see that my on-site earnings a year ago was 85% of my total income from product sales or product reviews. Now it's only about 50%. And so what does that tell me? Continue to prioritize YouTube and sponsored videos. And, we can't control Amazon. So I'm not going to ignore Amazon. I'm going to continue to post new videos, but I'm going to be more strategic. And we'll see that on the next slide with my goals. I also mentioned Creator Connections and TikTok Shop are ways of potentially making big money, but it's hitting the viral video. It's finding the right product that's going viral right now. It's a little bit more of a gamble. I'm not a gambling man. I've made a lot of money as a product reviewer because I work really, really hard. And that's why I say for my final point here, being a product reviewer, now's still a great time, even with Amazon being oversaturated. My goal for this year was to earn $65,000. I'm going to hit that goal. And I hit it because I've diversified where I put my videos, and I've worked really, really hard consistently posting videos on multiple platforms. So here are my goals for next month. Find one potential home run, whether that's creator connections. I found out I did get to 5,000 subscribers or followers on TikTok Shop, but I found out that I did it in the wrong kind of account. And so that was very disheartening for me. I now have two accounts that have over 5,000 followers, but I can't use either of them to do the TikTok Shop. So if I wanted to do that, I'd have to either buy an account or build another one up. And right now I'm frustrated and not doing anything. So not doing TikTok Shop, but creator connections, potentially finding a home run there. Finding or creating at least one high quality YouTube video. I'm going to do that this month for a high end product and see if sellers will start asking me to review those kind of products. I might even reach out to a bunch of sellers and say, here's this video I made. This is what I can do for you. I want to get that because if you have a really high end product that people want, those videos do really well on YouTube, and I want to increase my YouTube earnings. So even if it's not on Amazon, this is something I'm interested in. Continue to accept sponsored posts, and I put a question mark on seek out quality sellers because I thought, man, I work with and I'm friends with a lot of other Amazon influencers. I wonder if we should talk to each other and share some of our contacts, because they're typically looking for more people to do reviews, and we're looking for the best sellers to work with. So I think my goal for this month is to talk to my little brother who has a ton of contacts and I have a ton of contacts, and let's compare our lists, and maybe I'll share a few with him and he'll share a few with me, and we can get a few people that consistently send us awesome things to review. So that's my goal. I might reach out to others of you in the future, but this month I'm going to talk to my brother and see if that maybe is a good strategy. I want to shoot some vertical videos for my all-time bestsellers. So these are products I've already reviewed that have made a lot of money. I just want to make sure that I still have something in that carousel, because now that there's more spaces, I want to make sure that I'm in those spaces. So if I did a horizontal video, now I'm asking my wife if she wants to be the model on a horizontal video. If I've made a vertical video, I'm asking my wife if she wants to do that. So we're filming each other and she's working with me on that. Even doing some faceless vertical videos. And of course, they're slightly different each time I do a video. The ones I'm doing now is like a year later, or what I learned after the last 3 years and things like that. But I feel like that's going to help me with my Amazon influencer earnings. So those are my goals for December of 2024, this month. It's fun to go through these, guys. I make this report for you, but I also make it for me because by analyzing my data, I didn't show you my massive spreadsheet that has all the data, but I look at trends and I look at what's working and what's not working, and then I set these goals, and that's the reason why I've been able to earn $125,000 in the last 2 years doing product reviews, is because I'm intentional. I have a system and it works, and that I'm recording these videos for you so that you can replicate that system and that you can do what works and earn a lot of extra money. I want you to be successful. It's nice to have the extra money. I've enjoyed being able to invest and spend, and it's been really great. I haven't loved the taxes part of it. Maybe we'll have to do a dedicated video on that in the future. We're winding down the year, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, I have a bunch of videos in my archives that will go up this year on Tuesdays and Thursdays until you've gotten all the things that I filmed. Starting in January, I'm going to start a series on getting started with, and I'm going to start with Amazon Influencer and product reviews. I'm going to talk about the stock market. I'm going to talk about real estate. And really, I'm looking at side hustles that would benefit my students and people who are at home working remotely, because that's where I've had the most success. and it's something that you can do with no startup capital. You just have to be willing to work hard. And so I'm making these series of videos. They'll start in January. So if you're not currently subscribed, please subscribe so that you can get those videos. And if you want to be featured in the videos as a guest, or if you want to contribute your ideas of what I should talk about, just drop those in the comment section. Have a great day and happy holidays. Bye-bye.